welcome to Kitty's Cannibal Kitchen. I'm Kitty, and I was recently asked if I could do a video on how to dehydrate fruit leather. So somebody had received a dehydrator and they weren't sure how you could do fruit leather in it, so I am putting together a quick tutorial. Just as a quick disclaimer, I have no professional training. These are just tips, workarounds, ideas that come to me. I do have a brain tumor, so I don't sleep a whole lot. I have insomnia, so I come up with all sorts of ideas. And so just passing them on to you, so be a lover, not a hater. And getting started real quick, I do have 3 of my 4 dehydrators out. I have 2 Prestos. This first one does timer and temperature. This goes from 90 to 165 degrees. My second one just is an on and off, and so right now in it I have some cucumbers that I'm turning into a pesticide, and then just different seeds that I'm dehydrating for planting next year. And then my Nesco, what's different about with these dehydrators, the motor's in the bottom, and so the air comes from the bottom to the top. The Nesco, the motor is on the top and the air flows down. And on the Nesco, I have my jalapenos that I am dehydrating to use in soups and different things later on this winter. And so we will go ahead and jump right into making our fruit leather quick. And so basically, you just need just a couple of things. And so your dehydrators, some of them will come with 1 plastic tray. If they don't, then you do need to purchase plastic trays to go in there for any time that you're working with anything wet or moist, because otherwise it will fall through and it will burn out your motor. And so this dehydrator holds 12 trays total. And so this one holds 8 and the Nesco holds 12. So I can do an awful lot of fruit leather in one sitting. And so you're going to need cooking oil, your plastic dehydrator trays, a spatula, a 1 cup measuring cup, and most importantly, you need your fruit puree. And so whatever you put together that you want to dehydrate for fruit, I usually go ahead and just put it in a big measuring bowl so that it's easy to get my 1 cup scoop in there. I go ahead and prep all of my trays first with cooking oil. I did try using the cooking spray, but it doesn't do it evenly enough and it doesn't do a thick enough coat. Reason that I grease my trays with the cooking oil is just so that it keeps the fruit leather from sticking. I use about a teaspoon, and I just move it around with my hand. That way I can feel for any dry spots, make sure that it's an even coat. Make sure you're coming up on your edges and in the center. This helps your fruit leather from sticking when you go to pull it out at the end when it's dry. And it also makes it a lot easier to clean up your trays once it's processed. And so I just make sure that I get all the way around, do kind of a final sweep there, edges, center. And you can kind of, if you hold it up to the light, you can check to make sure that it's glossy all the way around. I've gone ahead and done my other trays here so that I can just roll it out one after the other. Take my 1 cup measuring cup, scoop it in, make sure I have a nice even thing. I guess it's important to go ahead and put it on its tray. I go ahead and do them on my counter because that way if I spill, it's on the counter, it's easy to clean up. I don't want it going into the dehydrator because if it gets into the bottom, it can burn out my motor. And once that happens, you're replacing your dehydrator. If it spills on the counter, it's a quick wipe up. So go ahead, take this, and I just try and kind of get it pretty even going around just so that it's faster and easier to spread evenly. And then taking my spatula, I can smooth it around since it's a nice round tray. I kind of go edges first. And just kind of a back and forth motion, getting it from edge to center. And just work that all the way around. You want to make sure you don't have any really thick areas because it makes it gummy and it takes longer to dry. You don't want it too thin because then it becomes kind of glass-like and it will snap or break. So you're just going for a nice consistent pour there. And then once that's done, you can just go ahead and load it onto your food dehydrator. And I'll go ahead and do one more for you. Getting it nice and even. And then your fruit leather usually will take anywhere from 6 to 10 hours to dry. It just depends, first of all, on how fibrous your materials are. This happens to be my Epic pear. And so pear is pretty thin, and so it'll take probably 8 hours to dry. And I'll check it at 6 hours just to check the consistency of it and see how it looks. And then if it's ready, and I'll show you what it looks like dried so that you know when it's ready to take out. Go ahead and put that on there. Oops. I'll have it upside down. On there. And then I'll go ahead and start it just to show you. It's pretty loud, so I'm not going to run it right at the moment, but then I just push start. And then I would let that run for 8 hours. This is some blackberry ginger peach that just finished yesterday. And so you can tell when it's finished because you should be able to run your finger over the top of it. It is kind of a jam consistency, so it is still pretty thick. And then you should be able to pull it up, and it's pretty durable. And you should be able to pull it off of the tray. All right, and so that is how you pour fruit leather onto your dehydrator and how you process that. Hope you enjoyed my video, and just remember, even if you're not a homesteader, you can still create unique, beautiful spaces. Hope everybody has a beautiful, blessed day, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you like me, and hope you want to follow me. I should be having my website up and running here very soon, and so you can now follow me at Kitty's Cannibal Kitchen. I am on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, and on Twitter and Instagram. And you can leave me a message at kittyscannibalkitchen@gmail.com. If there are any videos that you would like me to do tutorials on, please leave me a message, and hope to hear from you soon. Make sure you click the like button and follow me. I have lots of interesting things coming out of my Cannibal Kitchen, so let's get things cooking. Thank you.